Welcome everyone back to Q50 Beast TV as we take a look at the 1997 Lexus SC300. The lines on this car is just tremendous. I mean, look at this thing, man. I mean, it's timeless. This was a very fun build and I'm ready to just get into it, man. This build was especially fun because I kind of set it up for kind of the newcomer. You'll see what I mean. All right, enough waiting. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, we'll go to this engine swap here. We went with the 3-liter i6 turbo. This is a very popular engine for you Toyota guys. We did nothing with the drivetrain. We left it rear wheel. Let's go ahead and get into the engine. The fuel system, race fuel system. You know, we put that race. We went to the race ignition, race valves. Same thing like most of my video, everything race engine block. We also went with the race turbo, had to update those turbos. Let's get the most out of those turbos. All right, going to the brakes, we went race brakes. And there is no surprise here, race springs. We do race around here. Race front anti-roll bars. We also have race rear anti-roll bars. We were taking advantage of the full weight reduction and we went back and did nothing with the chassis reinforcement, left that alone. All right, going over to the drivetrain, we did a race clutch. We also went with the race transmission, race drive line, and race differential. Moving over to the tires, we went with drag tires. We gotta have drag on this drag build. Front tires, we left it alone. Give that narrow footprint. And for the rear, we went all the way wide with the 255s. We gotta get that power down on the ground. Those are the widest tires we can fit here, and we wanna make sure that we get those up there. Look at that stance. Just look at that stance. Any rims you want, whatever floats your boat. I went with the lightest wheels. I thought they looked pretty good on this car. You know, we setting this car up for stances as well. So, you know, if you want car shows or anything like that, this car will be able to come to the show looking clean, and you'll also be able to leave there the winner of the race. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and move over to the wheels. For the front, we went with 19s. Look at that stance with those 19s. Also, with the rear, we went 19s. We went even with this car. We want this car as balanced as possible. Remember, I told you I wanted to set this car up for the guys that aren't professional drivers, you know. So we gave this a wide stance in the front and a wide in the rear. Yeah, but you know, we wanted this car as even as possible to help those drivers that, you know, may not have it. All right, so in the front, we went with the kit in the front. The street front bumper looks pretty good. And for our spoiler, we want the little bump spoiler. Looks pretty nice. Very clean for this build. I love it. On the bumpers, I had to choose this one here. Look how the exhaust sit. It just looks really clean. This car is really ready for the show, I tell you. All right, so the side skirts, we went with this skirt. I thought it looked very well with the rear end of the car. It just gives it a really nice stance. For the tune, we went 30 in the front and 16 in the rear. 311 gears with 415 for that first gear, and we got 0.74 for that sixth gear. That'll help us out with our top end. All right, for the alignment, we did nothing with that, left it alone. Anti-roll bars, left the front where it is, and the rear 28.10. For the springs, we went pretty soft. In the rear, we kind of stayed up in the middle trying to keep this car balanced as possible. Went 5.9 front and back to keep the car level. For the dampening, 20 in the rear, 12.1 in the front. Bump stiffness, we went 10.7 in the rear, 7.1. Trying to keep this car as balanced as possible. Nothing with the aero, nothing with the brake, nothing with the differential. All right, we're gonna send this thing all gas, no shifting, just gas. We're pressing the gas, we're getting this thing down the track. If you're interested in this tune, here's the share code for you so you can go ahead and download it. But look at this thing roll, man. This thing is doing this thing 199.78 miles per hour, all gas. Q50 Beast. Peace out. Thanks for watching.